Oh no, we're gonna die, we're gonna die. Hey YouTubers. I know a lot of you guys have said, make a Zeppelin. An airship. A rigid body, air vehicle, helium-filled sack thing. So we did. This is an airship, and it's brought to you by Guns of Glory, our sponsor for this video. Guns of Glory is an epic free-to-play strategy mobile game in an alternate European world of alchemy and pre-industrial technology. It even has Zeppelins, like this one. Oh wait, not this one, this one. Fight together with your alliance members to get a limited anniversary castle skin decoration. You can develop your city, join alliances, train troops to battle enemies in this immersive world. Ooh, look at these graphics. Currently they're celebrating their 3rd anniversary with fun events for new and current players. Players can win amazing awards during this 4-week-long celebration. They are continuing to improve the game and add new updates and redesigns to heroes, airships, and armory and gemstones. Download Guns of Glory and use my creator code PETER, GOG. Early downloaders will receive a limited edition starter pack, and anyone who downloads will be entered to win one of 25 $50 Amazon gift cards. So what are you waiting for? Download Guns of Glory and let's get started with this build. Funny thing is, like, when I was a kid, I used to build like ball split airplanes and cut it from tissue paper. This is exactly the way I did it. So I'm just gonna do what I did when I was a kid and repeat the same method. So here we go. We have a major problem. My brilliant plan of putting these mylar foil balloons in there because they're more oval shaped and take up less space and I could stack them inside is not working. The reason why? These things can only lift a couple of grams. I don't think these are gonna lift no matter what. Now I do take these normal balloons right here, like the your normal latex party balloons, and inflate them, and they actually seem to lift a bit more than these do. And this thing goes whoop. But we need to do something different. If this is going to work out, these are not a good use of space, because you imagine you put 2 of these balloons next to each other, you have all that dead space inside of them that's not being utilized for any lifting gas. Lifting -3 grams, that airframe right now weighs about 55 grams. Do the math quickly, and there's too many of these balloons that we have to put inside of there to make this work. So we're gonna need to come up with a custom solution, and I unfortunately have never messed with making custom RC blimp envelopes. So this project just got a little bit more difficult. So here's what I'm thinking. We're gonna make a custom blimp thing that goes inside of the rigid body frame. This will utilize most of the space for lifting gas, so this thing floats a bit better. We got some 0.7mm plastic drop cloth. I did a little bit of research last night because I'm in full panic mode right now because I need to get this to work. But apparently it looks like if you take this stuff and you double it over on itself, and you take a little bit of wax paper, and now if you run this along this, supposedly it's going to seal the 2 halves below together. Let's see if it holds any air. Hey, look at that, it worked. We'll try to make a bigger balloon, and then we're gonna make the actual balloon. The wax paper is absolutely necessary because, like, if I were to touch this iron on the plastic, it would actually just melt the iron through the plastic and it would stay together. Alright, look at that. That wasn't bad at all. Man, that was easier than I thought to make this. Oh no, it's leaking. Well, maybe I need to work on my sealage game, but hey, we're almost there. Alright, we got 1 helium sack for a rigid airship. This is not a blimp. Because I'm very impatient, we're gonna use this. It's an air sack. Whoa. I think this is amazing. I think it's sealed up fairly well. The air pressure is gonna be very low, but I think we'll be able to, it's gonna leak for sure. I just know it. probably like 30 minutes or so before it starts to really sink. So I think this will definitely work. This is how condoms work, right? Let's put the air back in the sack. She's bursting at the seams. Look at this thing. This thing is hilarious. Look, it's flying. It's really oh, I'm holding it. Oh no, I'm actually... Whee! It's so fragile. Check this out. I got 2 sacks, so you saw me make this one. However, I want to try a Mylar one and see if this would perform any differently. Unfortunately, this is probably better at retaining helium inside of it. However, it weighs about 60-something grams, which is really heavy. So I think we're gonna go with a plastic one because this one weighs a total of 30 grams. So that's like almost 2 of those in one of these. So I'm gonna stick this inside that right now, and let's try actually adding some helium to it and see if we can get it to float, because that'll be really cool if it starts to float. It says there's 14.9 cubic feet of helium inside this tank, so I should be able to fill this thing at least 2 times, if it's not lying to me. Oh, it's starting to move. Look, it's starting to get pretty buoyant. All right, let's keep going just a little bit more. Oh, it's floating. Look at it. Check out Lewis, look at my airship.
Hell yes.
It's a rigid body airship. It looks kind of like garbage, but it's technically an airship.
Dude, that is cool.
Unfortunately though, it looks like... I think we got room for more helium. There's a certain helium loss rate we've got to deal with. Alright, that's dope. Whee!
Oh, that's fantastic.
Oh, I've miscalculated. The shell weighs 50 grams. The envelope weighs 30 grams. That's 80 grams. Supposedly I should be able to get... technically about 100, 110, 120, you know, whatever. That's just 80% air and helium. So it could be full of crap for all I know for the other ratio of that. So we're not getting pure helium in here. So that's making this equation slightly worse. I bet you if we go to hydrogen, we'll experience more lifting force. Alright, let's try to load this thing up. Oh no, it's still too heavy. Alright, well let's see if the motors can thrust. We might need to change this out. I think I'm going to have to change these out. No. Come on. Nope. Yeah, we don't have enough thrust here to kind of lift off the ground. Like, this thing can hardly even lift its own weight. So I've decided I'm going to remove these ducted fan things and go with like larger open props like this, and hopefully go to a lighter gearbox. Just want to see if I can get this to float. Alright, we're still not light enough to float. It's not quite enough volume to be neutrally buoyant. I think I do have a plan. It's not going to be as high speed as the rest of the stuff I wanted. Like, I made this whole, you know, twisting motor assembly, and it's going to be really cool because that's going to be the protect to control it. Unfortunately, I think I'm going to go to a 2-channel setup, which is basically 2 motors here, and they're canted slightly forward, and they produce